Ball in the lead right now is pass up number 12. Kick out to that guest. Pass over to next Andy. At the blue corner is off. Rebounded by JD Banks. Pick over Jalen Rosea and bring up the floor. Stars are going to man. That's the number one player. He's a senior for the Red Devils. Beautiful take by Dawson Curtis. Late is good. That's Dawson Curtis basketball right there. Ball stand up top to Westbrook. Down to Andy. Westbrook with the ball over to Guest. Andy with the ball again. Out to McDermott. He's slowing down the offense for himself. Jack splits it off the dribble. Spin move. Kick out. And that's just good defense so far by the Red Devils. Had to force a deep three. And rebounds good for Rosea. Rosea moves small on the court. Zone. Kick out to Banks. Banks with a jumper. Showing off a little range there for the big man. Getting the ball cleaned up. Good defense there by Banks. Unfortunately, Stars crowd on the ground. Gets the pull up. Good rebound by Austin Jennings. Absolutely learning as fast as they can, it seems like. And that just plays into our game with the Red Devils. We like to play fast. Oh! Tough rebound. Scary looking lady there for the Red Devils, but from what I can tell, it looks like it's going to be okay. That was a scary lane for the big man. He went hard for that rebound. Glad to see he's okay. Absolutely. I thought they were going to call it for sure. Looks like they're saying that it was boxing out under him. Lucky break for the Red Devils, I guess. Inbounding the ball for the Red Devils is Ian Milstead. Banks cuts to the corner, receives the pass. Kick out down to Milstead. Tried getting Bank down low. He's able to crowd the rebound. Puts up again. And gets fouled. Fouls will be number 12. And Westbrook. Line the Red Devils. Milstead. Milstead's game right now on the schedule. What I've seen of him so far. Playing great basketball. Coming out ICC that he played last year. He's just been really nice Cross the foul on number 12. And Westbrook, and it looks like first self of the Stars is going to come in. Coming in next is good. It's Austin Williams, knocks down the free throw. Looking at this Denver team, it doesn't look like they've been advanced stretches. Like they have shorter rotation. Just short on the second free throw is Austin Jurgens. Texas move on the ball. Here comes Dennis Handy. And Dennis Smith. Kick out to Guest. He's in the hole. Three-pointer is just off. We've seen him take a few out there, but hasn't been able to convert. And rebound was not illegal grab by Jalen Jose, so we'll be Dominican ball. Passing it in for the Stars. Here's number 14, McDermott. Down low to Smith. Back to McDermott in the corner. He has a big man on him. Here's in 2-3 zone right now. Oh, they bring the big man out here. Force the three. Get rebound by Banks. Goes to looking for someone on the court. Oh, he dribbles it just off the defender's foot. McDermott gets the ball. I'm not sure how much of a foul I saw there, but the ref saw it. Jalen Jose picks up his first foul to the line for the Stars. It's going to be McDermott. $14:35 left in the first half. It's been 12-6. Now it's up second free throw, 12-7. The Stars are putting on this sort of zone press here. Ball across half court, and they seem to match up with a man. This press is just getting bulky by the Red Devils, so I kind of think they're going to change that at some point. Well, left-handed floater good by Millsap. He's shown the last 3 games he can finish with both hands very well. Must have secret play here. Banks down the wing. Jurgens got the ball. Down to Eccles. Blocked by Jaden Banks. Rebounded by Cooper Pennington. Driving in. Just float in the air. Draws the foul. And foul's going to be called on number 5. Dennis Handy. And I think that's his second. Next line for the Red Devils. 12 for Cooper Pennington again. First free throw is good. 14 left in the half. Here we come for the Red Devils. It's number 3, Tyler Short. Tyler hasn't seen too much playing time really on games like this, primarily just getting into a matchup. But I think that, with the emphasis of rebounding that the Red Devils seem to have, and that haven't been playing so well thus far, I think why they bring the big man in necessarily. Wait and see what he can offer. Jose is going to pick up full on McDermott. He's just a lot to handle. Watching Jose guard just about anybody on the court, especially in that weight division. Ball's out of bounds. Knocked out by Tyler Short. And we'll get the ball. Totally agree. They haven't given up any easy points except for off that offensive rebound, which is the only thing that's been slowing them down. Good defense here by Stewart. And that's just a tough shot. You got to live with that one. Jose with the ball kicks up to Millsap. Millsap's in behind. Here comes Jose. Jurgens with the ball. Good screen by Pennington. Nice little crossover from Jurgens with the spin move. Kicks out to Millsap. Millsap crossing over. I totally agree with you. Watching the Red Devils defense, they're locking up pretty well. They're not really giving any easy looks. It's just the offensive glass is the only thing that they've been really consistent in so far. On the offensive end, you're right. They've been taking shots fairly quickly, falling a bit into the zone. I know Eureka likes to play fast, and that's the style of play that we're used to. But I'd like to see it slow down here a little bit and get a good look here going towards the rim with this play. They got a few guys like
honestly probably not the best shot.
Well, Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, except for that last play of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive glass, and that's really just meant Red Devils are able to 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to
done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play, of keeping the Stars over the last 5 minutes or so off the offensive drive. And that's really just Red Devils with a 10-point lead here with 5:17 left in the half. They've been able to done a pretty good job so far, especially that last play.
And we're back. Looking at the first half stats here for the Stars, Tyler Guest already has 10 rebounds and 14 points. He's the leading scorer, the only one with more than 6 points there for the Stars. For the Red Devils, Dakota Bennington has 15. He's been to the free throw line 9 times, is 9 for 9 from the free throw line. He has 2 dunks, an and 1, and 9 free throws. So,
Yeah, that 15 for Dakota, that's impressive. He's averaging just under 25, so he's looking to eclipse that mark. But something that stands out, you already mentioned Tyler Guest's halftime stats. He's got already a double-double, but he's a minus 11, which is crazy to me that you can already have a double-double, but are minus on the stat sheet.
and then Jane Banks for the Red Devils is plus 11 with only 2 free throws on the court. He's just playing solid defense, rebound the ball pretty well in the time he's been out there. Also for the Red Devils, Jalen Crawford, 7 points off the bench. Milstead and Juergens, 8 points as starters. Looking now, we have Austin Juergens bringing the ball, passing the ball into Hosea. Hosea will bring it up. Handy on him. Pass over to Juergens. Hand off to Milstead. Milstead around the wing. Hand off to Dakota. Stolen by McDermott, and a two-handed block by Dakota. But there's Guest for the rebound. That's his 11th rebound, 17th point for him, or 16th point for him. Jose's going to bring the ball up now. Austin Juergens, kick over to Milstead. Milstead over to Bennington. Hosea with the ball on the wing. Screen from Banks. Hosea's got the big man now. Feeds it down low to Banks. And the hook shot is just short. Good rebound by Hosea. He was quick, kicks out to Milstead. Milstead back to Hosea. And the wide open layup is good for Hosea. Kicked over to McDermott now. Looks like Milstead is going to be the one guarding McDermott for this half so far. Surprising after how well Hosea did in the first half. Juergens guarding Guest on the wing. Kick down to Eccles. Offensive rebound, lay-in. And Jane Banks with the rebound. Kick out to Hosea. He's going to push. Quick crossover. Gets under the rim. Kick out to Bennington. Three-pointer is up, and the foul is drawn for Bennington. He'll attempt 3 at the line. Foul is called on number 14, which is Luke McDermott. Bennington, perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line thus far.
Hey, did you give him a flopping warning? Did you give him a flopping warning? Did you warn him on the flop?
Second free throw is good. And that's perfect. 12 for 12 from the free throw line for Dakota Bennington. Devils have been looking good when they drive to the basket, catch defense flat-footed. They've been drawing quite a few fouls. Kick over to Guest. And the travel is called on number 12, Aaron Westbrook.
Yeah, didn't get a clean catch there, and he started moving his feet before he was able to corral it, so that's not a good strategy there.
Hosea is going to bring the ball up now for the Red Devils. Dennis Handy is on him. Kick over to Austin Juergens. Milstead with the ball in the wing. Milstead will drive. Kick out to Juergens. Three-pointer is good for Austin Juergens. The driving kick has looked well this half. Oh. Looked like the ball there was out on the Stars, but they're going to call it out on the Red Devils after Hosea tipped it. Timeout is called now for the Stars. Looks like it'll be Dominican ball after the timeout. Look on Hosea's face as he swears he didn't touch it. But so far this half has been more of the same. The only way Stars have been scoring is off rebounds. The only way that Eureka's been playing good defense, get out in transition and get into the free throw line, which has just been the tale of the game so far. It's going to be the Stars ball here after the timeout. Inbounding is going to be Tyler Guest. Looks like the Red Devils are going to pick up full here for the first play out of the timeout. They like to mix it up defensively after timeouts, no surprise. Don't see a press from them often, though. Banks is going to go help defend. McDermott kicks it up to Westbrook. Down to Handy. Eccles with the ball down low. Left is short. Good rebound. Draws the foul. Eccles is angry he did not finish there, but he does draw the foul nonetheless, and he will go to the line.
Yeah, he's been having trouble so far finishing around the rim. Last possession, or maybe 2 possessions ago, he had a wide open layup and missed that one too.
Both times he's been able to crowd his own rebound and still misses it, but that's been the tale so far. Rebounding, rebounding, rebounding. And the free throw is quite short there for Eccles. He made a 3 early in the first half, and now he's struggling at the free throw line. Little dance routine for the free throw. And it's just short. Oh, but the rebound by Tyler Guest.
Offensive rebounds, again, just killing the Red Devils.
And Guest with the 3, just short. Good rebound there by Austin Juergens. Jalen Jose is going to bring the ball up.
2-3. Great one. 2-3.
Kicks over to Milstead. Over to Bennington. Banks down low. Quick pass to Austin Juergens. Good height there by the big. Juergens is fighting down low, but loses the ball out of bounds. It will remain Red Devils ball. Like to see that pass from the big man Banks. You don't see big men making quick passes like that very often. He's got the hand-eye coordination to do it, and I like to see it.
Oh yeah, he knew where that ball was going before he even touched it.
Bennington gets the ball up top. Looking at a 2-3 zone defensively for the Stars here. 3-pointer by Milstead is just off. Good pass there, though, by Bennington. And Westbrook to the rim, and he misses the dunk. Handy kicks out to Guest. Kick by Handy, almost stolen by Dakota Bennington.
About took my face off.
I should have caught that. And it will be Stars ball. Bennington's good at getting those steals. I think he kills them passing lanes because he knows he'll get a nice dunk afterwards.
Well, and that's all the motivation you need there.
Milstead's guarding McDermott here on the wing. Kick down to Handy. Tyler Guest up top. Little dribble moves, goes for the spin move. Milstead is there defensively. Big man down low, and it's good just defense there by the Red Devils. Even after breaking it down, they're still able to pick up the steal. Juergens to the rim. Tough finish, and that's just Austin Juergens for you.
Yeah, nobody got in front to stop the ball. He just took it all the way.
He's one of those guys with the ball in his hands. His body might be out of control, but that ball never is. Doesn't turn the ball over often, although watch him, you might think he would. Very controlled with the ball. 3-pointer again by Eccles. Just short. Good rebound there by Bennington. Cross up. Good defense there by Handy. A little push, but they got away with one. Westbrook with the ball there on the wing. Juergens on him. Pass down to Guest. Good pump fake. And the land is short. Down goes Guest. 3-pointer up by Westbrook. Good rebound there by Hosea. Looks like we're going to get a jump ball. Guest is battling down there. He got pushed down by Juergens after the first one. No foul call. And then was able to fight there, Hosea, and get the jump ball. Eureka here and there. It's going to get in there under out of bounds defense. Best I've seen. They're going to overload the ball side per usual and then end up in a 2-3 zone that's tough to score on. It almost always ends up in a kick out and a quick 3. Let's see if it happens here. 20 seconds left on the shot clock here. That's what they were wondering. Looking for the quick out here. And there's the steal by Juergens. Back cuts Bennington. He floats and knocks it down. He wanted the foul. Looks like the Stars are going to want a timeout here. That's just a tough take there by Bennington. He gets amongst the Giants and finishes over them. You know, could call a foul if you want to, but that was just a good take nonetheless.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable to watch. He goes up, gets the initial contact, but then stays up even longer while everybody else goes down and is able to finish. It's unbelievable to watch.
The way that man can float, you don't always see it in guys. It's hard to find, but he's just got springs that I've never seen before. Well, here, another timeout called by the Stars. Second one of the half so far. They only have 2 left, it looks like. They have been struggling both offensively and defensively. They've been getting to the glass well. It's just they haven't been able to finish anywhere on the court. Only consistent player for them has been Jackson Smith off the bench and Guest. Looks like they're taking out, Guest is going to be still out there with McDermott. Those will be the only starters. Coming in for the Stars will be Dylan Anderson, Nick Levere, who we saw a lot of in the first half, and that Jackson Smith, who we saw quite a bit of as well. On the court for the Red Devils will remain the starters: Hosea, Milstead, Banks, Bennington, and Juergens. Milstead guarding the ball up the court. Looks like they're going to overload zone here almost, and wide open layup for the Stars. I don't really know what the Red Devils were going for there defensively. It looked like a quick trap, but the Stars were ready for it. Now the Stars are going to send a 2-3 zone here. Milstead with the ball on the wing. 2-3 zone does make me worried a bit for the Red Devils. In the past, haven't been the most successful against it. Good drive there. Great alley-oop pass, and just couldn't finish there. That was a good idea, though, for the Red Devils. You don't often see you go for the alley-oop against the 2-3 zone, but they did there. Jack Smith driving to the rim, makes the layup. A little lazy coming back on defense there with the Red Devils. Lead is now cut to 15.
Yeah, this is for sure the second time this game we've seen Dominican come out strong after a timeout.
Looks like the Red Devils don't quite know what to do against the zone here. Another tough take there by Hosea, and on the break is the Stars. Tough layup, well defended by Bennington with how high he can get in the air. Layup with the foul for the Red Devils. Oh no, the charge is called on Austin Juergens. Looked to me like he might have gone to the side, but the feet definitely were planted, so if there was contact, it probably is a charge call. Well, momentum seems to be in the Stars' hands. Lazy coming back on defense, and Smith knocks down the 3. Might want to watch the Red Devils get a timeout call here. They need to recollect a little bit.
Smith has just been all over him since coming into the game after that timeout. I believe that's 7 straight points for him now.
He's heating up for sure. And offensively, the Red Devils are struggling against this 2-3 zone that the Stars are showing. Almost seems like the Red Devils are just using the same offense they used against man. But 3-pointer is good by Austin Juergens. That's just forcing your will as Bennington makes 3 people guard him. There's a good kick out there to find Juergens for the 3, which will answer. Tyler Guest down low. Good defense by Bennington. And the foul. Seemed like he might have lowered his shoulder, but good offensive rebound. Way to get contact down low nonetheless. Foul's going to be called on 12, Dakota Bennington.
Yeah, only his second, so he's fine. Nothing to worry about trouble or foul trouble-wise there.
Bennington also has 20 points already in this game with 13 minutes left in the half. Well on pace for plus his average of 24.5 a game. And the free throw is good by Guest. Guest also has 18 points thus far. Hosea brings the ball up against the zone. Red Devils going with a little high-low look. And the jumper is good by Juergens. Another Bennington to Juergens bucket for the Red Devils. Banks guarding the ball up top. Bennington on Smith. Kick out to Levere. Guest with the ball on the wing. He drives in, finds Smith up top. Smith goes to the rim and is just off on the lay-in. Milstead kicks up the ball to Juergens.
That's got to be intentional. He basically wrapped him up.
I'd like to see that call.
I mean,
here as well.
Good form tackle.
That's a good call. You were right with the good form tackle call. He didn't lead with his head, but definitely with a shoulder. To the line for the Red Devils is Austin Juergens after the intentional. First free throw is good. When the Red Devils are able to beat that zone down the court, they seem to be scoring all right. Against the zone, the only thing that's proven to work is a Bennington to Juergens pass, but out comes Juergens. And also out comes Guest for the Stars.
Yeah, Jalen Crawford in now, so I'm sure we'll see a few shots from him right away.
We'll see if he can get hot here quick.
I mean, sure, you might as well try it, and it worked out in the first half just fine.
Milstead with the ball now. Not quite yet. Refs are taking their time with this one. They were looking at the shot clock. Milstead with the ball, kicks out to Bennington. Bennington looking down low, right back to Milstead. Good spin move, and the lay-in is good for Milstead. Yeah, I like to see it when your guards can finish down low amongst the trees. McDermott with the three-pointer. Three-pointer is good by McDermott. Milstead got a little caught up helping help side defense there. Typically don't want to help off one pass away, and led to a three. Foul's called on number 20, which would be KJ Redfield. Inbound the ball for the Red Devils will be Ian Milstead. Jose with the ball up top. Gets a screen from Crawford. Back to Crawford. Down to Banks. Banks establishes position. Goes for the hook. Bennington there with the rebound. Goes up strong. Just off. Tries his tip. And it's going to be Stars ball. Bennington thinks he might have gotten fouled on the play. Nonetheless, no foul called. Will be Stars ball, and down to the ball now is McDermott. Kick over to Redfield. LaVere with the ball on the wing. Drives. Stopped at the rim by Banks, but the foul's going to be called on Jose. Jose jumped a little strong to the pass fake there, got caught on it. Good drive there by LaVere. He'll go for two. Defensively for the Red Devils, I have to wonder why they don't still have Jose at guarding McDermott. I mean, Milstead's done a good job, but McDermott just hit a three. I'd like to see him. Jose should always be on, in my opinion, should always be on the guy bring the ball up the court. I think it just takes him out of their offense a little better.
Yeah, I agree with you. He really locked down McDermott the entire first half, only giving up 2 points against him.
Milstead with the ball on the wing now, and he just steps out of bounds. He thinks he might have gotten pushed. Redfield's going to inbound the ball now to McDermott. Hosea will pick up McDermott, putting Crawford down to LaVere. I call. It answers. Good screen there, but Hosea looks like he got hit in the head there on that play, but still good defense. So he might have gotten poked in the eye. He looks to be okay. Again, the Red Devils guarding the under out of bounds play here. Jose signaling that he is okay after getting poked in the eye, it looks like. They're going to kick out. One pass, and good defense there by Bennington. The only thing you can do against that under out of bounds play is a throw out a one pass three. Everything else is just garbage. Good rebound there by Crawford. Draws the foul on number 33, which is Dylan Anderson. And to the line for the Red Devils is Crawford. Crawford's had himself a nice little game so far. I think he really proved himself against Grinnell and has earned himself this extra tick he's gotten so far this game. And, he's just impressive. First free throw is good.
Yeah, you're right. Crawford has been a little bit of a spark for the Red Devils coming in, getting points off the bench.
And, just off on the second free throw. The Red Devils have been shooting really well at the line so far this game. Drive in by Redfield. Foul on Banks, and the bucket is good. That's a strong take there by the Stars, number 20, KJ Redfield. Foul's going to be on Banks. It's just his second, so he should be all right. Banks had a good game defensively thus far. He's able to guard the rim pretty well, especially against a team like this that's going to go too hard. But it looks like Red Devils are going to sub him out here and put Kyle Henderson in for him.
The first 5 minutes or so of this half, there was some really good pace to the game, but now the past few minutes just been really choppy with a lot of fouls on both sides. Eureka's already got 5 fouls with 11.5 left in the game, and Dominican's at 4.
Jose with the back cut to Bennington. And Bennington with a tough take there. He wanted the foul call. I kind of saw it, but still an amazing take there for him. Redfield the ball on the wing. Henderson with a good defense. Kick out to McDermott, just short. Rebound is corralled by Hosea. Hosea kicks up to Milstead. Good move. And the step lane is good by Milstead. Like I said, he goes to the rim. He can finish with both hands. He's a good shooter. He's just a great addition for this Red Devil squad. Jack Smith hands off to Levere up top. Pass down to Redfield. Three-pointer is up, and three-pointer is off. Oh, and that is a block of a man right there, ladies and gentlemen. He just snagged that right out of his hands. Dakota Bennington did. And he gets the ball here on the wing. You like to think he's going to attack here. He goes to the rim, and just loses it. Crawford's on his own on defense. And easy layup is given to this Redfield of the Stars. Hosea brings the ball up for the Red Devils. 10 minutes left in the half, 13-point lead for the Red Devils, 70-57. And timeout's going to be called by the Red Devils. I like the timeout there. Even though Dakota did have an incredible block, there still was a wide open shot down low, which you don't never like to see. Like you said, there's been a lot of fouls called lately on both the Red Devils and the Stars. I'd like to slow it down a little bit, figure out what the defense is in, get set in a good offensive stance here, and see what we can create out of it.
Yeah, just getting a little bit out of control here. It is good, though. Eureka's up 13 about halfway through the second half. They've extended their lead since halftime. So overall, good start to this half. Need to finish it strong, though. Like we've been saying this entire time, got to stay strong on the defensive boards. Can't let Dominican continue to beat you offensively.
And that's the name of their game. The biggest thing is they're going to get offensive rebounds because they're going to go hard for every single one of them. Red Devils have been better this half at corralling those rebounds, which has helped them a lot as well. And so just playing good defense all game, I think, they've given up 57 points, which isn't, super low, but if you just take away the rebounds, the Red Devils have played a great game defensively. It's just the second chance points has just been killing them. Chris Daniels is going to come into the game for the first time this half. Kicks over to Jalen Hosea. Hosea to Daniels. Daniels with the drive. Kick out to Henderson. Oh. And that's off Henderson's foot there. Looked like Henderson might have gotten a little ahead of himself. Probably should have collected himself before taking that drive. Guest passes the ball in here to McDermott. Jackson Smith coming with the screen. McDermott with the ball up top. Hosea on him. Guest with the ball down low with Crawford on him. Crawford not known for his defense, but he's playing really good defense right now. Kick out to Levere, and the three-pointer is good by Levere. He is ready to go. Hosea brings the ball up the court now. Finds Chris Daniels on the wing. Screen coming from Henderson. Chris Daniels looking for Henderson down low. Can't quite find him. Kicks the ball back out to Hosea. Hosea dancing up top. And just loses the ball off his own leg. He thinks it went off the defender.
Pretty clearly off the knee, at least it looked like to me.
I agree. Out comes Bennington, in comes Jurgens. Now leads only at 10 now with 9 minutes left in the half.
You got to think getting Dakota out of the game now, give him a few minutes to catch his breath, but then get him back out there pretty much as soon as possible for the last, I'd say, 6 or so minutes of this game.
Yeah, you absolutely want Bennington out there to close and ready to do so. Henderson with the ball down low now on Guest. He's going to do a nice little turn move. Puts that ball, tries to go for the left hand and finish down low. and can't quite convert. Guest with the rebound, brings the ball up top, kicks out to McDermott, down to Levere in the corner. That form from Levere there is a little different than I've seen before, but he made the first one, airball's the second. Pass over there to Crawford. Crawford's going to the rim, and he draws the foul on number 22, Guest.
Yeah, close to a charge there. Just didn't quite get there in time to set his feet, and he looked like he was a little sideways too.
I totally agree. Crawford's going to be at the line now again. Again, just a good game so far from Crawford. Like what I'm seeing from him. He's been guarding some of the better players on Dominican squad and doing a good job on defense. And then offensively, he's a spitfire out there. He's going to put that ball up, and it's been going in tonight. Crawford with the fake high fives at the free throw line. He's a showman. And he misses the second free throw. Levere's going to bring the ball up here. Ellison in the game now for Hosea. He had a good stint in the first half there coming in for Hosea. Let's see how he does here. Juergens guarding Guest down low. The drive by McDermott. Juergens switches out onto him. Daniels takes Guest. Kick out to Redfield. Redfield for the three. And it's just long. Good rebound there by Chris Daniels. A very good box out by Austin Ellison. Boxing out a guy about 6 inches taller than him. Kick over to Crawford. Crawford's pulling. And the three-pointer is good by Jalen Crawford. He waves. He celebrates. He's just fun to watch. Now he's on defense on Zach Smith. Kick out to Guest. Catches Juergens in the air with the slow pump fake. Pump fake was in slow motion, but he gets to the line and gets fouled.
I was just watching Crawford off the ball a little bit there, and I cannot imagine how annoying he would be to play against. He's just, I'm sure he gets under the skin of the opponent so easily.
He absolutely does. He's fun to watch, fun to root for. Yeah, I agree. Hard to play against. He just scored on him. He's going to let him hear about it. He's going to celebrate in your face. And the kid came out of nowhere, really. He's from Bloomington High School. Didn't get any tick freshman year. Last year wasn't allowed to dress for the team. This year he's come in. He's gotten heavy tick as the junior. He's just fun to watch. Second free throw is good by Guest. Ellison's going to bring the ball up. Crawford with the ball up top. Kick down to Daniels. Brings the screen. Daniels with the drive. Pull up. And Chris Daniels with a bucket.
This is a great second half for the Red Devils offensively. It's pretty much the opposite of what we saw for most of the first half, just getting everything to fall at this point.
And the good drive by Redfield, and the bucket is good by Redfield. Good positioning there by Henderson, but he's just not tall enough to really defend that. Crawford with the ball up top now. Him and Daniels been putting on a show the last few plays. Kick over to Juergens. Juergens with the spin move. Oh, it almost makes it too. Juergens is able to draw the foul on number 22, which is Guest. That's going to be his second foul of the game. And to the line's Austin Juergens. First free throw is good. Coming in for the Red Devils is Jaden Banks, back in for about the 7-minute mark for Kyle Henderson. Second free throw is good for the Red Devils. Ellison's going to guard Handy with the ball up the court now. Kick over to Redfield. Redfield over to McDermott. McDermott with the pump fake. Back to Handy, and the travel is called on Handy. His feet have been flying so far this game. He's traveled quite a few times thus far. McDermott's going to play tight on Ellison. Ellison will bring the ball up here. Good control here from Ellison. Gets a screen from Crawford. Good kick over to Crawford. Crawford with the mid-range pull-up, and he's just off. Out of bounds on the Stars. Good hustle there from Daniels. Really pressuring Guest on the rebound and is able to force it out of his hands. Inbounding the ball now for the Red Devils is Austin Ellison. Good screen there by Banks. Daniels gets the ball, pulls up from mid-range, and that bucket is good. I love Chris Daniels' game. He defends well. He scores well. He's just got a game that's fun to watch. After thinking about it, Guest misses the three-pointer. Banks with the rebound, pass down to Ellison. Ellison's just throwing that ball behind his back. And three-pointer is just off by Austin Jurgens, but Banks is there for the rebound and put back.
Great hustle there. There was no box out whatsoever. Was able to just get right inside. Easy putback.
And just like that, in comes the big man for the Stars. He'll be subbing in at the next break. Driving down for the Stars is McDermott, and that lane is good. Daniels with pretty good defense there. I think he is probably a bit better. He looks like he might be shaken up a bit in the ankle there, but he looks to be fine now. Ellison bringing the ball up the court. Kick over to Crawford. Crawford feeds the ball down to Banks. Banks with a little hook shot, and the bucket is good by Jaden Banks. He's heating up. Back-to-back shots for the junior. Pass down to Ellison. Ellison kicks it back to Austin Jurgens. Like to see him just probably take that and finish it there.
Yeah, made that decision to pass just a split second too late.
And coming in for Chris Daniels now is Ian Milstead. Daniels had a nice little stint there.
You know, one thing about this Red Devils offense that you can immediately notice is that no one on this team is afraid to shoot the ball.
That is absolutely right. Milstead on the ball now. Jurgens. McDermott for three. And the three-pointer is good for McDermott. I'd like to see Hosea come back in to guard him just to make sure the Stars know there's no coming back. 15-point lead here for the Red Devils. Kick over to Milstead. Screen by Banks. Milstead with the pull-up. And it's just off. There to corral the rebound is Jaden Banks. Gets the ball off the tip in from Redfield. Jurgens with turnaround. Follows it. Another rebound by Banks. That's some good rebounding so far by the Red Devils. And three-pointer by Jurgens. Just off, but another rebound by Banks. Jaden Banks is making himself known here by the Stars on this last few possessions here. Scored back-to-back times. He had almost 4 offensive rebounds just on this play, and then gets to the line for a couple free throws.
Yeah, that looked like a lot like Dominican in the first half. Happy to be turning it around on them here late in the game.
To the line now for the Red Devils is Jaden Banks. He'll attempt 2. Out for the Stars is their Tyler Guest. You know, I haven't seen Dakota Bennington in the last 5 minutes of the Red Devils, but they've been able to keep it going. Coming in now is Kyle Henderson coming in for Crawford.
Yeah, they've definitely maintained their lead. I think they've even spread it out a little bit more.
It's nice to see that even with your leading scorer out, you're able to build upon a lead. That's just the Red Devils team this year. They're deep. One thing you wonder, since Kyler Stork was our first sub in off the bench, he came in for Banks. Haven't seen him yet this half. Looks like Henderson has come in to eat up a bit of those big man minutes for the Red Devils. Henderson defending now. The tip pass by Jurgens. Ellison with the ball. Good Euro step. He's going to try to finish this time and just off. Redfield with the ball on the wing. Good defense there by Banks. And it looks like the foul's going to be called on Banks. Looked a little out of control OC to me, but he will go to the line. Redfield knocks down the free throw. Looks like Banks was in his ear a little bit. The refs tell him to quiet down. Redfield with the second free throw, and it's good. Ellison gets the ball. McDermott on him. McDermott, I don't think, has come out this entire game. Milstead with the ball on the wing. Finds Henderson. Hand off to Milstead. Good defense here by Dylan Anderson on Milstead. But Milstead's able to control the ball, and Eccles steals it. Banks almost got the block there, but the layup is missed nonetheless. Henderson with the ball off the rebound. Crosses over Eccles. Good pass down to Austin Juergens, and the lay-in is good. You know, that's a good rebound and play there by Henderson. Good finish by Juergens. 16-point lead for the Red Devils, 3 minutes left.
Yeah, Juergens was able to finish that one off after an erratic about 30, 45 seconds.
And here, just to make his presence felt, is Jackson Smith with another three-pointer. Down goes McDermott off the crossover by Ellison. It was a great crossover. Maybe give a little bit to the fact that kid has, and he turns it over. That's one where after you make a fall, you want to shoot that. But layup is wide open there for Dominican, and they're just hanging around. 11-point lead now for the Red Devils. Every time the Red Devils seem to expand on that lead, Dominican's right there to catch up. They've been able to score in pretty quick spurts here, so.
Yeah, there's no going away for Dominican. It looks like Bennington's going to be in for Henderson now. I think that's a good call. Under 3 minutes now left in the game, up 11 points. You just got to get your best guy out there and make sure there's no coming back in this game, that you can just put it away.
Looking at the Red Devils thus far, it looks like, yes, Dakota is going to come in. Also, Jalen Hosea looks to have subbed in for the Red Devils. Looks like the five for the Red Devils is going to be Ellison, Hosea, Banks, Jurgi, and Bennington. It's going to be interesting to see Ellison and Hosea play together. I haven't seen them on the court at the same time. Typically, they're both pure point guards, and so having them on the same court, on the court at the same time is going to be really interesting. I'd imagine they put Ellison down there in that 2 spot in the corner and have Hosea still bring the ball up, because Hosea, like I said, he's a pure point guard. He'll defend, he can distribute, and he's not going to look for his own bucket. But when he does, he can score it with the best of them. Bennington's going to bring the ball up here. Kick back to Austin Juergens. Back to Hosea. Red Devils going to be in their 4-out offense. They call it 32. Kick over to Austin Juergens. Little crossover. And he loses the ball out of bounds. A little bit out of control there for Juergens. You got to live with one of those every once in a while in his game. More often than not, though, he's going to finish that at the rim.
That ball's been slippery tonight. It seems like it's just getting away from a bunch of different guys.
Yeah, it's been a high turnover game. Almost a bit of an ugly game. A lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. Nonetheless, 11-point lead here for the Red Devils. McDermott's going to bring the ball up here.
Yeah, at times it's been very choppy with the fouls, like you've been saying. And then other times it's just been totally free-flowing and erratic.
Three-pointer up there for the Stars. Rebound by McDermott. You can't let him get that rebound. Turned and thought about shooting. Eccles down low with the smaller Hosea on him, and it's a good finish. Only a 9-point lead here now for the Red Devils with 2 minutes left. The Stars seem to have a lot of the momentum. Red Devils are going to go in their 32 offense. Spread the ball out a little bit. Take some time off the clock.
I'm surprised that Dominican isn't putting on more of a press. It's a very soft press, down 9 with under 2 minutes left. They just really didn't put any pressure on.
And in a perfect fashion, Bennington's able to get the isolation score bucket there after spending a lot of time off the clock. Good rebound there by Bennington. And again, you're right, the Stars are just sagging off here.
It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me.
Jose's going to bring the ball up, take his time. Timeout called by the Red Devils. Minute 26 left, 11-point lead. I think now after, Red Devils were able to take at least, almost 45 seconds off the clock from when the Stars got their 9-point lead, or 9-point, we're only down 9, and had some momentum. I think that momentum's been taken away just by the Red Devils being able to hold the ball for as long as they have. Minute 26 left. I don't see a way to make them come back if they're not going to put any pressure on the Red Devils.
No, just with the time left and down 11 points, you have to force turnovers to be able to get back in the game and to not pressure as the ball's being brought up the court. Just, I've said it already, but it just doesn't make sense to me anyway.
Looks like they might put a bit more pressure on. They're going to at least have pressure on the inbounder. Chris Daniels is going to inbound the ball here. Hosea gets the screen from Banks. Ball go up. Smith trying to guard hard. Daniels with the ball on the wing. Screen by Juergens. Kick over, and the foul is called. Foul's going to be called number 14, it looks like. McDermott. To the line for the Red Devils will be Austin Juergens. Juergens been a fairly good free throw shooter in his stint here at Eureka. I believe he's a plus 70% free throw shooter on his career. Might even be plus 80. At the line here for Austin Juergens. Bucket is good. Now, Juergens has the same routine for every free throw. Reminds me of a kid from my hometown, Dylan Brooks, always had the same routine no matter what he did. Jose is going to guard the ball up here now. Good defense here from Hosea. It's just hounding the ball. Smith with the ball in the wing. Steal by Bennington almost. Smith with the ball, takes it in. And that tough lane is good by Smith. I don't know why that kid doesn't start. He's just been impressing me in this game. Almost lost the ball out of the bounds. Juergens regains it, goes to the rim, just misses it. Refs, I think, want to get out of here. There probably should have been a foul call there. Redfield brings the ball up. And Bennington with the easy steal. And the foul's going to be called on number 23, which is Eccles, Raekwon Eccles.
Well, Dakota's at 24 points right now. Here are the free throws to pass his season average.
And that's just about the same as last year. I actually think once conference season starts and you get into a more regular playing schedule, I think he's going to up that to about 27, 28 a game, believe it or not. The kid can score, and I think he'll get more tick once the rotation shortens a bit. And now, I mean, he hasn't had the most minutes as, like, you've seen the higher scores from Eureka have in the past. I don't think he's averaging close to as many minutes as he did last year, and he's averaging about the same points a game.
Yeah, now he checks out of the game. Nice ovation for him. And looking up at the scoreboard, Juergens also has 25, and those seem like kind of quiet 25. It doesn't seem like he has that many points.
That's Austin Juergens basketball too. I mean, he's just going to get to the rim, make those little 5 to 10 foot floaters, and all the layups and rebounds you could ask for. Yeah, I agree with you. Very quiet. A lot of them is going to be off assists, finishing at the rim, wide open layups, but he's always in the right spot at the right time. Bring the ball up now for the Red Devils, Hosea, and that will be it for you, folks. Good win for the Red Devils. Final score is going to be 93-80. Rebounding was the thing that kept Dominican in it, but overall, the Red Devils were able to triumph over the Stars. It's been a great game. And you got anything to say, Cash?
Yeah, good game start to finish for the Red Devils. Need to clean up giving up the offensive rebounds a little bit, as they did. A lot better in the second half there. They got very hot offensively in the second half. That was allowed them to pull away from the Dominican. Very good game overall.
Yep, it's been a great game. Tomorrow you can look ahead to the girls' Red Devils game against Knox. Should be a good game. And I think the next men's game is going to be this weekend. They're going to head on down to New Orleans for a game against the Division I New Orleans team before coming back and starting conference play. That's it for us. We'll see you.
Good night.